Good morning, Ryan with Premier. How you doing? I'm sitting here waiting for a phone call to go pick a truck up that I was supposed to pick up at 9 o'clock this morning. It's 9:27, but I'm somebody who likes to be on time. So I'm perusing the message boards, and I'm seeing all types of questions about pricing, whether it's from the vendor or whether it's if you're a contractor and you're trying to bid something. It's like I'm getting underbid by people who are charging 9 cents a square foot for 2 coats. Or, hey, did you hear what's going on with pricing this season? Sealmaster in the southern states are charging $3, $3.50, while Sealmaster in the northern states is charging much more, or vice versa. It could be Copeland, it could be Naira. The prices are all over the place. So, sorry, I got a cracker in my tooth. So, I see somebody like, what do you do when you get beat by a guy who's 9 cents a square foot? And everybody's like, oh, you just go to the next one. And it's like, no. If you got beat by somebody at 9 cents a square foot, then you didn't do a good enough job when you did your estimate. And what does that mean? Well, you should have met the person on site. You should have walked the property with them. And then you should have turned around and been like, hey, let me tell you about the price of sealer since COVID. And you tell them what's happened, how the price has doubled, how we were charging this before COVID, and now after COVID, with the price double, we have to charge this. And if they're still seeing prices, pre-COVID prices, then they should be worried, because I do a lot of square feet. I kind of split my sealer up between a couple of companies, but for the most part, if we're rocking and rolling in the middle of the summer, we're doing close to 1 million square feet a month. And that might be double, including second coats, but we're still doing 1 million square feet a month. So, how do you win jobs like that when you got guys charging 9 cents a square foot for 2 coats? Well, you got to look and just kind of explain things to the customer. Explain to the customer how much the material is, how far the material goes, what your labor is, what you go through it. Even though you normally wouldn't do anything like that, do it. So the customer can understand, geez, what this guy just explained to me, like his costs are about 10 cents a square foot. So how is this guy doing it for 9 cents a square foot and making money, unless he's doing something nefarious, like putting it on paper thin, or he's watering his material down, and the guy was like, well, this happens to be a company that's been around for 40 years and I'm a new guy. I'm getting killed by him. No, you're not. That company is desperate, because I've been around for 20 years and I've only raised my prices. I never lower my prices. The better our work gets, the more efficient we get, the better equipment that we get, that allows us to turn jobs around much quicker, in a sense. Yeah, do I give them a break for that? Yeah, like we just got an apartment complex. We were like 38,000. I found out like the next bid was 58,000. Now you might go, Jesus Christ, you lost a lot of money. You left a lot of money on the table. It's only 147,000 square feet, couple hundred parking spaces, and it's got about 1,000 feet of cracks, but it's all seams, straight lines, boom. So let's examine that, okay? Like for us, with the spray bars and just the equipment that we have, we have to do this in sections, 3 sections. Our time there doing these sections is only going to be about 2 to 3 hours per section. By the time we get the cars moved, everything blown off, and we start sealing, we're out of there in 2 hours. Where another company, to do an 80,000 square foot section, they might be there the entire day wanding it. So that's how they have to price it. They have to price their entire crew being there for the entire day, and I look at it like the quicker I am able to get like back on another job, like there's a value in that to me too, and I pass that on to the customer. So you can explain things like that, like this is why I may be cheaper, but it's not because I'm doing less work. It's because I've invested my money into more efficient equipment, and that's something a customer can look at and go, well, I can see he's saving time. He's not really saving material, but he's saving time, and time is money. So that's why his price is lower. If you have somebody who can't, do time and money, can't save time and money, and they're going to be there all day, but they're still putting out 9 cents a square foot, then something's up. Something's up, So, yeah, I mean, look, your job as a contractor is to differentiate yourself from the next guy. This is why I'm better. This is my equipment. These are my guys. This is my reputation. Sell that. Don't sell them the job. Sell them that. And if, you're not, sometimes you're going to get people who understand the value and stuff like that. But then you're also going to get people who are only about saving money. And if you got people who are only about saving money, there's no getting through to them whatsoever. In my earlier days of my business, I used to look and be like, okay, you don't want to do it this way. I'll give you a second option and we can do it this way. That's a bad idea, because my guys don't know any different. My guys get out there, they just know we got to fill all the cracks. We got to do this. So how do you look at guys who are locked on like that and tell them you got to lower your standards to do this job? That's going to make them lower their standards altogether. So we're just trying to be the best. We're trying to do the best work. And for us to be able to do that best work, then that comes with a price. And it also means that your guys never have to veer off of what your company's, vision is, to do the best work, to have the best reputation. That's what is going to grow your company. Not this pay-per-click, not yard signs, not, whatever else you're doing for advertising. Okay? So I don't have anything else to say. I thought I was going to have more to say, but it turns out that's about all I have to say today. So have a good day.